What dark secrets does the old house at the end of the lane hold? This old creaking structure, shrouded in the cobwebs of time, is whispered to be a place where the living and the dead mingle. Its rotting timbers and peeling paint tell a tale of years gone by, of laughter turned into silence, of life turned into death. In this forgotten corner of the town lives an old lady, her gaunt face etched with the lines of countless years. The townsfolk murmur. They say she's not just an old woman, but a witch, a creature of the dark. And then one day, a group of curious teenagers arrive, each with their own youthful vigor, their own unique voice, their own character traits. Some are brave, some are timid, some are skeptical, but all are drawn to the mystery of the old house. And so, the young ones stepped into the old house, oblivious of the horror that awaited them. But who was this old lady, really? The teens stepped into her world, greeted by a voice as sweet as honey, yet laced with an undercurrent of something unsettling. She was the keeper of stories, tales that breathed life into the house's forgotten corners. Each word she spun, each tale she told, was a thread woven into the tapestry of the house's haunted past. There were whispers of spectral apparitions, unexplained noises echoing through the halls, and shadows that moved on their own accord. These were not just tales to her, they were fragments of her lived reality. The teenagers, each with their own disposition, processed her words differently. Some were visibly shaken, a seed of fear planted. Others, intrigued, felt an adrenaline-fueled curiosity. A few rolled their eyes, their skepticism a shield against the fear. Yet, as the tales unfolded, there was a palpable shift. As the night grew darker, so did the atmosphere in the house. But what lurks in the shadows when the lights go off? In the echo of the darkness, the house begins to reveal its unseen horrors. The old wooden floors creak and groan beneath unseen feet, pacing back and forth in an endless ghostly march. A cold, eerie draft sweeps through the rooms, causing the teenagers to shudder, their breaths frosting in the chill air. The whisper of movement, the rustle of unseen entities sets their hearts pounding in their chests. The teenagers huddle together, their voices barely above a whisper. "Did you hear that?" one asks, voice trembling. "Something's here with us." Their words hang heavy in the air, a thick shroud of fear wrapping around them. Each noise, each draft, each shadow seems to whisper a warning, a ghostly echo of terror that sends chills down their spines. Yet, amidst the growing terror, the old lady remains unperturbed. Her voice, calm and eerie, cuts through the silence. "The house has its ways," she murmurs, her words weaving a tapestry of dread. "It speaks to those who listen." Her voice, devoid of fear, only heightens the terror that grips the young hearts. The old house, with its unseen horrors, begins to close in on them, like a monstrous entity ready to consume them. The walls seem to breathe, the shadows seem to move, the air seems to whisper tales of horror. As they huddled together, they realized they were not alone in the house. But what happened to the teenagers? What was the old lady's secret? The air in the room grew colder, the eerie silence broken by the old lady's voice twisting and morphing into something far from human. Her tone, once frail and kind, now echoed with an ancient malevolence. "You see," she cackled, her voice scraping against the walls, "I'm not what you think. I am a witch, a weaver of shadows and taker of lives." A chill ran through the room as she unveiled her dark secret, her words dripping with a vile glee that chilled the bone. "This house," she continued, "is a sanctuary of death. The lives taken here, they feed my immortality." The teenagers' voices rose in panic, their disbelief and terror intermingling with the old witch's laughter. Their pleas for mercy, their cries for help, echoed through the house, swallowed by the darkness. Yet, there was no escape, no savior. The house, like the witch, was devoid of mercy. The old lady's laughter echoed through the house, a twisted symphony of her triumph and their despair. "You came looking for a thrill," she sneered, "but found your doom instead." And thus the old house claimed more victims, its dark secret living on in the whispers of the town.